We are testing 8-pound Mr. Crappie against 8-pound Sunline. Which fishing line is stronger and which one is likely to lose fish? One. Let's find out. Okay, we're doing 3 rounds. Mr. Crappie against Sunline, 8-pound monofilament fishing line. The orange bead will represent the Mr. Crappie. The green bead will represent the Sunline. One bead represents round 1. Same with round 2 and round 3. So here we go in the top of the first with the Mr. Crappie 8-pound monofilament fishing line. Mr. Crappie. Here you can see in the top of the first round, Mr. Crappie 8-pound fishing line broke at 6.4 pounds of pull force tension. So in the top of the first, Mr. Crappie broke at 6.4 pounds of pull force tension. There's a close-up of the rig, and you can see I put black marker on the end of the tag so you can tell the difference. Let's go to the bottom of the first and try the Sunline. Okay, here you can see we're still in the first round, represented by 1 fishing bead. The green fishing bead represents the Sunline. So we're in the bottom of the first. Here's a close-up of the Sunline in round 1. And there you see the break. And that broke at 6.0 pounds of pull force tension. So we're going to write that down, 6.0 pounds for the Sunline in the bottom of the first. Okay, we're in the top of the second round, represented by the 2 fishing beads. The orange fishing bead represents the Mr. Crappie. Okay, there you can see the Mr. Crappie rig in the top of the second, and that broke at 8.9 pounds of pull force tension. So we're going to write that down. Top of the second, Mr. Crappie, 8.9 pounds. Okay, there you can see the Mr. Crappie rig. Okay, here we're going to the bottom of the second round with the Sunline, 8-pound monofilament fishing line. Okay, here we are in the bottom of the second, represented by 2 fishing beads. The green beads represents the Sunline monofilament fishing line, 8 pounds. Let's see what happens. Okay, that's what the break looks like on the gauge. Now let's show you what the rig looks like on the table. Okay, there you see the Sunline rig. And once again, that broke at 8.5 pounds of pull force tension. So we're going to write that down, the bottom of the second with the Sunline. Broke at 8.5 pounds. Okay, here we are on the top of the third. 3 beads represents the third round. The orange bead represents the Mr. Crappie. Here you see in the top of the third, the Mr. Crappie broke at 7.6 pounds of pull force tension. Let's take a look at that rig on the table. There you can see the Mr. Crappie. Here we are writing that down, 7.6. Top of the third, Mr. Crappie. Okay, let's see what happens in the bottom of the third, then we'll do some abrasion testing. Okay, here we are in the third round, represented by 3 fishing beads. The green fishing bead represents the 8-pound Sunline monofilament fishing line. Let's see what happens. There you can see the Sunline fishing line in the bottom of the third. We got 7.5 there. But next, let's do some abrasion testing on this 8-pound fishing line. Okay, now we're going to do some abrasion resistant testing on this Mr. Crappie and this Sunline fishing line, 8 pounds. With the orange fishing beads, we have the Mr. Crappie fishing line, 8-pound mono. With the green fishing bead, we have the Sunline, also 8-pound mono. One bead represents round 1. Same with round 2 and round 3. 2 beads for round 2 and 3 beads for round 3. Mr. Crappie, 8-pound monofilament fishing line. Down and up is 1 cycle. I'm going to lose him. He's going to wrap around the pole. There he goes. It's going to break. 1. In round 1, we got the Mr. Crappie fishing line. Went 1 cycle. Now we're going to the bottom of the first with the green fishing bead. The green fishing bead represents the Sunline. Let's hope we can do better than 1 cycle. 1 cycle also on the Sunline. Let's go to the top of the second. 2 fishing beads represents the second round. Orange represents the Mr. Crappie fishing line. 1. All right, we got 1 cycle on the top of the second round with the Mr. Crappie. Now we're going to the bottom of the second with the Sunline, 8-pound mono. 1. Got 1.5 there. 1.5. Bottom of the second with the Sunline. Now we're going to the top of the third with 3 orange fishing beads. The orange represents the Mr. Crappie. Apparently there's a dispute how to pronounce this name. Do you call it Mr. Crappie or Mr. Crappie? Comment below. Let's see who wins. Okay, top of the third with the Mr. Crappie fishing line. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, got some results that time. Top of the third with Mr. Crappie went 3 cycles. Now we're in the bottom of the third with 3 fishing beads. The green fishing bead represents the Sunline 8-pound mono. So far it looks like the Mr. Crappie is pulling ahead. 1, 2. 1, 2. All right, at least we got more than 1 cycle. We got 2 cycles on the Sunline. 2 cycles there. Now let's see if the diameter listed on the label actually matches the diameter of the fishing line. So here we're checking the diameter of the Mr. Crappie fishing line first. And here it should measure 0.010 of an inch. Here's our caliber verniers and we're going to zero that out. Okay, so we're looking for 0.010. There you can see we got 0.010 thousandths of an inch. So that's right on. That looks good. Now we're going to measure the Sunline fishing line. And that should measure 0.009 thousandths of an inch. So we're going to take that and put it in the caliber verniers. And there you can see we got 0.090 thousandths of an inch. So the diameters of the fishing line match the diameters listed on the labels. So the difference between the Mr. Crappie fishing line and the Sunline fishing line is 0.001 thousandths of an inch. That means if you take 1 inch and slice it into 1,000 pieces, just one of those pieces is the difference between these two fishing lines. And that 1/1000th of an inch is about the diameter of a fine human hair. And now, as far as the memory or the coiling of the line, if you pull this Mr. Crappie fishing line out about 10 inches and let go of the end, you'll see it snap back. Let's do that again. Now, if we do the same test with the Sunline, pull the line out, a little hard to see, but I'm going to let go of that line and it barely snaps back. Let's look at it again. So in the comparison of these two lines, I'm saying the Mr. Crappie has more memory or coiling than the Sunline. The Sunline has less memory or less coiling. So here are the final results. In the strength test of the fishing line, in round 1, Mr. Crappie came in at 6.4 and Sunline came in at 6.0. In round 2, the Mr. Crappie went 8.9 and the Sunline went in at 8.5. In round 3, the Mr. Crappie broke at 7.6 and the Sunline broke at 7.5. For all 3 rounds, the average of the Mr. Crappie was 7.6 and the Sunline was 7.3. And both fishing lines missed the mark of 8 pounds. So both failed. But as far as who had the highest average, 7.6 on the Mr. Crappie, 7.3 on the Sunline, the Mr. Crappie won. As far as the abrasion testing in round 1, both fishing lines went 1 cycle. In round 2, the Mr. Crappie went 1 cycle and the Sunline went 1.5 cycles. In round 3, Mr. Crappie went 3 cycles and the Sunline went 2 cycles. Mr. Crappie had an average of 1.6 cycles and the Sunline had an average of 1.5 cycles. So both fishing lines failed because we're looking for an average of 3 cycles. That's if the fish dives into the rocks, you try to yank them out. That happens a couple times. I want to see at least 3 cycles. But as far as which fishing line performed better, it was the Mr. Crappie. Both diameters of the fishing lines matched the label. The Sunline was 0.009 and the Mr. Crappie was 0.010. Now we're going to call a winner. And the reason we called this winner, because basically all these numbers are very close. We're calling a winner because of the less memory or coiling. I'm calling the Sunline fishing line a winner because it had way less memory, and that affects a lot of beginner fishermen, that memory and that fishing line popping off the reel every time you open your bail or go to cast. So here's our winner, the Sunline. Be sure to let us know what you think. Okay, the lab coat is coming off, but the testing is never done. Click this next video so you don't lose fish and so you save money.